2 of the install. The pressure washer reel is going to get taken down, and my good guys at ACP taking good care of me. Probably take roughly about 2 hours or so. So I'll definitely show you guys the before and hopefully a little better after. So this is before. You see, I kind of did like my own ghetto concoction, and if you can see, it's not stable. It rocks, it shakes, it twists, it bends. So they're gonna get me right. Hopefully it's more stable. So as you can see from before, I had the holes up there. We had the little ghetto concoction, but ACP welded it down. They got us right. This thing ain't going nowhere. No more creaks. This thing is solid. You can pull on it, you can hang on it. Thank you, ACP Supply, for getting us right. Great work, great work. Nice and neat. I'm gonna tuck these wires back up, but nice and neat. Ready to go. All right, so part 2 of this video, we're gonna be talking about van wrapping. What you should put on your van, where should you put certain things on your van, why you should put certain things on your van, why you shouldn't put certain things on your van, and what I see the most, like what's common with some of these van wraps and stuff that I feel like shouldn't be done. We're gonna do a walkthrough around my van on the outside, and in the future I'll make a video of my setup on the inside. But on the outside, we're gonna do a little walk around. I'm gonna show you why I put certain things certain ways, discuss the graphics, and then I'm gonna also share the person that I went to, the company I decided to do my wrap through. It wasn't easy deciding where to go, but then once I found these people up in New York, they did a magnificent job. The wrap is gonna last a long time, and yeah. So we're gonna talk about van wrapping today. Yesterday we did the setup. ACP did a good job. It held up well, and it's holding up well. Yeah. So let's go. Okay, so today we're gonna just go around the van and explain why certain graphics and certain things are the way they are on the van. So first things first, please people, when you're starting a mobile detailing business, do not cut yourself cheap. Rule number 1, do not cut yourself cheap. You will pay for it in the long run. You will pay for it every day. You'll pay for it throughout your whole time of just detailing, whether you're detailing for a year, 2 years, or you just plan on doing this as a career. Never take the short route. The short route may be cost effective at first, but through time you'll realize that you should have spent the money. So here I have a 2010 Ford E250. It's a E250. I will tell people to go with a 250 because you're hauling around water, you're hauling around equipment that weighs hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and having a 250 as opposed to a 150, having a 350 as opposed to 250, those things matter when you're hauling around weight. Now, if you're just using the van for certain things, such as just like moving or, you know, nothing that requires weight, I think you'll be fine with a 150. Now, what tends to happen is that people go with the 150 because, of course, it's cheaper, but when you start loading the van up, it starts to sag. And when I say sag, I mean the back would just start sitting low because the leaf springs are not enough to carry the weight that you're hauling around. So I didn't want to go 350. I feel like I didn't need 350. My water tank is not huge. I only carry about 120 gallons, and I don't even fill it up to the top. So I went with a 250. I like the 250. It's better on gas, 1. 2, it's comfortable. For some reason, the 250 rides like a car. It feels like a car. So some of the things I did before I even get into the wrap. When I first bought the van, this is our second van, I had a 2001 Ford E250, and unfortunately it was T-bone. I still have the van, but you know, I just decided to just rebrand and switch around the logo and do everything over again, because I made a lot of rookie mistakes on the first van, even when it comes down to the wrapping. So I went and got this. The first thing I did was upgrade the suspension. So the suspension on here are heavy duty suspensions, because the factory suspension, even though you have a 250, it still cannot hold the weight that you're carrying all the time. So the factory suspension, you can hold weight, but through time it will sag, but not as bad as if you used to have a 150, because it's not made to hold the weight for the amount of time. Like, you're putting a water tank on this truck and you're never taking it out. So you have to have the proper suspension support to carry around the water plus the equipment. And you're not even talking about yourself. You also count as carrying weight when you're driving your van. So I upgraded the suspension to Billisteins, heavy duty suspensions. Amazing, great. They're very stiff, but they still provide a good ride quality, so it doesn't feel like I'm driving in a bulky van. Then the second thing I did was I got some heavy duty rims and mud tires. So people say the aesthetic look of these is the reason why I did it. People may think the aesthetic look of these is the reason why I did it, but honestly, tell you the truth, I feel like I needed them. I'm doing more road than others because that's where I work. I work on the road, I'm mobile. So you kind of want to just provide the greatest quality and comfort and prepare for any situation. So I have some fuel, pardon, they're a little dusty, you know, been working, but I have some fuel rims that I got from my guys up in New York at Long Island Tire. They gave me a great price. These are 265 55 17s with the Falcon Wide Peak AT tires. No road noise with the tires. That was my fear, that I was going to get these tires and there was going to be road noise. No road noise. I drove this down to Georgia and New York back and forth about 2 times. No issues whatsoever. The only thing I had to do when I added these wheels was I had to cut a little bit out of the fender wall, because the Ford fender walls right down there, the Ford fender walls are a bit tight. So I had to cut it out, little minor alterations and adjustments, but they work, they don't rub, and they serve me well. The rims were about roughly about 2,000 with wheels and tires. Not bad. I've seen way more. So if you guys are ever in New York and Long Island, check out my guys lit, Long Island Tire. They took care of me. Yeah. So now let's get into the wrap. So the wrap was done by Made to Last Visual in Queens. Shout out my guy Greg. And honestly, tell you the truth, the only thing I came up to Greg with was my logo. I did my logo over. My logo was bland. Went to my graphic designer John Lou, shout out to him, rebrand my logo, and I told him, Greg, I just need everything to just pop. I didn't want to do the traditional way a lot of people do, the list of services, polishing, clay ball, You want to keep everything open-ended, because honestly, tell you the truth, with detailing, it's like a door to other things. And my goal was to create a brand that's beyond detailing, not just detailing cars all day, go home and then do it again tomorrow. I wanted to actually create other brands through detailing. So I told him I don't want to list services, because my van, if you know me, you know that I use my van for a lot of other things than just detailing. I haul around things. You see I have a tow hitch down here. I haul around vending machines, Ozzy's Vending Solutions, you know, the whole 9, machines, everything. So the design, I told him my color scheme that I wanted to go with, and I told him here's my logo, and Greg did wonders. So my main thing was my last van, my number was very small. My number was from the fender, the front of the fender, to the back of the fender, and I told him this time I need my number humongous. Not too big, but I want it big. I want it from the fender to the door. So he crushed that because it's perfect. It's not too far, but it's not too back. It's good. If you stand further back, about a good 15 to 20 feet, you can still read the lettering and you can still read the numbers. You may not be able to see little details, but you can still read the numbers and you can still read the lettering and you can still read the logo. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to be here or to be even further, and you can still see everything that you need to see to contact us. So he crushed that. I didn't want to put nothing with Instagram because those things are interchangeable. And when I say interchangeable, I mean like through time, those things change. You can use a hashtag on the internet, you can use a hashtag on Instagram, you can have hashtag on Facebook, OzzysProfessionalDetailing. So if a person was to go on Google and just put in OzzysProfessionalDetailing, hashtag OzzysProfessionalDetailing, everything will pop up. So that's for the sides. For the back, I wanted to keep it simple, plain, and clean. I like the clean, flush look. I didn't want to have a whole bunch of lists of services and graphics and this, that. No, I wanted to have my logo, my number, my Instagram, and my website. Boom, boom, boom. You see the van, you don't know what we do, you just grab it and you'll check it out online. The goal for my wrap was I wanted you to look at my wrap and not be informed, but be alert. So when they want you to know what I do, I wanted you to go see what I do. And with that being said, I feel like he definitely accomplished that. So it's a brief snippet of what we do on the side, mobile detailing. It's the logo, it's the hashtag, and it's the number. Now the graphics, I had nothing to do with. And I'll be honest with you, when he first sent it to me, I didn't like it. I said, no, I don't want it. And he said, hey, Ozzy, man, come on, man. I'm telling you, this thing is gonna be dope. You're gonna crush it. I don't see too many people with their logos and their designs like this. Trust me. I was like, Greg, I don't like it, but you've been rapping. I don't rap. I detail. So I trust you. And boy, oh boy, he wasn't lying. Once he did the rap, immediately people took into it. It definitely popped, especially down here in Atlanta. It popped in New York, but down in Atlanta, it popped even more because down here I noticed, and no shade to other detailers, but they're not really wrapping their vans like this. They're not spending the money, they're not taking the time, they're not really planning out and strategically sitting here trying to figure out what they do to stand out from others. And the industry, every industry has something that people do, and it's 1,000,001 other people that do it. So how do you stand out? So with that being said, he definitely crushed it. It definitely does its job, and the money I spent on it, I definitely done made it back even before I came down to Atlanta. I made it back in New York. That's nothing. Never do something with the intentions of I need to make my money, I need to make my money. Do something because this is what you like to do. Whatever the rap was, I told Greg, whatever the rap was, I don't care. Let's do it. I don't care about the price or the cost. I know that this is my business and this is how I eat. So if you eat with this, you gotta make sure that your table is set right, properly, right? Okay. So with that being said, I told Greg, I ain't worried about no price. Knock it out. Tell me what I need to do, prep the van for you. There was a couple little body nicks and stuff that I had to take to my body shop, and they had to smooth it out just so the wrap could lay down fine. Once it was ready, it was ready. Greg is booked. I waited a whole month because I wasn't going nowhere else. Left my deposit, he knocked it out in like 3 to 4 days. So that's for the sides and the back. Now for the front, I kind of say this is like the personality part of my van. I wanted something that would stand out. So the front of my van, as you may see, the first things you may see, it will say shampoo guide, and then you'll see like these lights in the grill. So starting with the shampoo guide, I specialize in interior detailing. Of course I could do exterior, but I specialize in interior detailing, shampooing, and I don't know, shampooing is my niche. And you have the whole layout is in the front as to what it is, how it is, and I wanted it to be at a point where if you're in an aerial view, you can still see all the details. Greg did a magnificent job because I know he wasn't working with too much space, but he made it work. So down to the lights, I put these lights in the grill. These are strobe lights also. just for, you know, when I'm out in the street, sometimes certain areas or locations, this is like a safety issue. I kind of just want to put the lights on, so, you know, you can use cones and stuff, but sometimes with lights, they see that before the cone, because the cone, if you put the cone, usually the car will be behind the truck, the cone will be back there, so at least they know that something's being serviced when it's here. I kind of got that idea from Con Edison, like, you know, a light company up in New York. I see that they use cones, but then they also use strobe lights, and I, you know, researched the legal parts of it. It's legal to put strobes in your front of a service vehicle. So this is a service vehicle. So I decided to put some strobes. Also, one of my strobes is actually out. I don't want to turn it on because I don't like displaying stuff when it's not working properly. But one of my strobes is actually out. That was kind of my fault. I was finagling back here. I loosened the screw and then water got into it. So I got to switch out one of the strobes. And then I have my light bar down here. This comes in handy in Georgia because it gets really dark at night, and sometimes, you know, going through certain areas, I flick it on instead of the high beams. It's just way more brighter. Sometimes I just throw this on and not the headlights. I upgraded the headlights to LED. You know, definitely want to have perfect vision at night. Tinted the side markers just to give that nice black flush look. That look that, you know, it kind of look like who's that and who's coming. Now, detailers or people of any type of service vehicle, always tint your vehicle. I did a double tint, so I did 5%, then I came back over with 20, and as you can see, you can't see nothing. And once again, this is how you eat, and you want to make sure that your table is set right. So that's pretty much the rundown on the exterior of the van. Stay tuned for future more videos. I'm definitely gonna do a video of my setup on the interior. I'm just here to help. I'm here to help, dropping them free jewels and all that. Oh, one more thing. Another thing that I felt was a little different. You see, I have these strobes in the back as well. There goes my security system. That's a 360 camera. You have a camera for here, the sides, and the front. One more thing that I did that I wanted to also stand out and be unique with. Two more things, actually. The first thing is, no matter what state I'm in, I'm always going to get custom plates, and they're always going to say Ozzy Pro. If they don't even get the number, at least I know that they got the name. And wrap around the van, that's a wrap. Why you should wrap your van? Because with lettering, half of the things I explained with lettering, you cannot do. You want to stand out. You don't want to be cheap. Not saying that lettering is bad. You can start off lettering, but don't ever forget to level up and take it to the next level. Spend time on your van. Take it easy with your van. Treat your van how you want it to be treated, because you want your van to take care of you, just like you take care of your van. So if you treat your van like crap, it's gonna act like crap. The best oils. Don't be cheap. 93 gas. Change your oils. When something breaks, shut down your whole day and fix it. Once again, I repeat, when something breaks, shut down your whole day and fix it, because this is what makes you money. The money will be there. If the customer can't wait, they'll move on. Customers come and go all day. It's a revolving door. So if something breaks, shut down your van immediately and fix it immediately. Whatever it costs to fix it, if it makes sense, fix it. You know, you will go through trainees, but personally, I feel like if you do the first step that I say, when you first get your van, make sure you get a 250, make sure you upgrade the suspension, the springs, you should be all right. Because trainees go on these vans due to the weight, and a lot of people overload. And when you overload a trainee and you're driving around through time, you're wearing it down, it goes. Those were one of the rookie mistakes I made on my first van. But yeah, that's basically the run around the van. Once again, shout out my guy Greg, Made to Last Visuals, because I ain't gonna front. He took something, an idea, and just ran with it, and he took my business to the next level. So many better opportunities came. There was opportunities before, but so many better opportunities came after the wrap. I love the wrap. Every day I look at the wrap, I take care of the wrap even more. It's just a lot of things that I do better now than I did when I had my first van. I definitely take care of this way more better. I make sure I wipe it down every day. I don't get a chance to wash it every day. I wouldn't wash it every day, but I definitely do wipe down at every fill up. If everybody know me, they know I don't like a dirty van. Presentation, first impressions is always the last impressions. I I always make sure that this van is clean, or at least wiped down. Sometimes the wheels get a little dusty. I can't really control it, especially out here with all these highways, but you'll never see this van dirty. This van stays wiped down every day when I fill up. So definitely wrap your van. And if you don't wrap your van, letter it, save up the bread, wrap your van. It don't cost much. It's a couple, roughly, I can't really give you a price, but roughly you'll spend between $2,000 to $5,000. The more extravagant, depending on different vans. I'm gonna tag everybody below. Check them out. Tell them I sent you. They know me real well. They know that I send people to them. I spread the love. I ain't stingy. And yeah. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. We're giving away cash every Friday at 9 a.m. when videos drop. Ozzy Pro Detail. I'll see y'all on the next one.